Alright, Theo, are you run yesterday?
They don't know that already.
Me not come from yesterday.
So where you come from?
Me can't pass?
Go on, man.
Alright. Me not come from yesterday, no, Theo.
No, you're a murderer, man.
Me not come from yesterday, you know.
Major hurricane, and this will be the strongest hurricane in 37 years, and that was Hurricane Gilbert back in 1988. Before Gilbert, we had Hurricane Charlie in 1951.
Well, we need to pray for Jamaica at this moment because the storm is coming and it's coming fast. At the moment, they said it's at number 4 and it's going up to number 5 stage. So hopefully we are ready. I hope by all of the bread them off. Well, so good luck everyone. Keep safe.
No, my silence alive in the brightness of day. Your love surrounds me.
This cannot be safe.
Forever faithful.
It'll never be safe.
Forever true. Your love endures.
Never be safe.
It's always new. In every season, in every storm. You're my anchor. You're my song. The valleys deep and wide, through the mountains I must climb. Your hand guides me with every step of time. Forever faithful, forever true. Your love endures. It's always new. In every season, in every storm, you're my anchor, you're my song.
Our news team went on location in Port Antonio, where we spoke to some pedestrians as well as small business owners who provided insight into their level of preparedness in light of the emergence of Tropical Storm Melissa.
Well, for me, I don't prepare because we don't think we're going to get any hurricane. Hurricane Melissa not coming at all.
Yeah, man. From what day, man, me hear say hurricane a come, man, but me not take that serious, man. Take what serious, man. Me there sit down. If the hurricane come, it come. Enough people not take it serious.
Yeah, I'm living by faith and I'm trusting in the Lord. I don't believe we are getting it because Jamaica is a prayerful country.
We're not getting no hurricane, man. You see me? It just always pass by and go about the business. You see it? So you don't know. It's a Portland. We're there. No hurricane now coming.
Well, I'm never look. I put myself safe for one place. Put myself safe for one place.
Not I said when God come, nobody no know when he come to prepare for him. So we must always prepare because you must have food in your house.
Once one just drop in the water and one find it.
What?
My little girl. Watch him.
Watch him. Put one go so.
Watch your woman.
Hold it down.
Yo!
She now find this.
I can't even go here. I know all of my workplace flood out.
On this side, go.
Road your force. Watch out. Shall I jump in now? Crossroad.
God. Help Jesus.
Watch out, woman there about for help. Watch out.
What's your name?
Gaza, water off the tree. Look there, flood out. Look there. Flood out. Look there. Look there. Oh, that's clear and don't there. Look there.
They can't broke down the middle of the road. Look there. Yeah, you can't walk on the side. You can't walk on the side.
Have you seen this video? It's going viral right now. People are strapping down their roofs and placing cement or concrete blocks on top, thinking it will help. But doing this could cause more harm than good. Back in 2007, during Category 4 Hurricane Dean, a teenage girl in White Horses, St. Thomas, lost her life when a block fell through her zinc roof and hit her in the head. You'd think we would have learned from that. But sadly, many homes still have blocks sitting on their roofs today. With Hurricane Melissa on the way, ask yourself, are you sure you want to risk it again? Here's the actual footage from 2007.
Cement blocks to secure their roofs. Farthest from their minds was the fact that one out of the thousands of blocks which decorated the housetops would become a deadly missile. For more on this freak on Hamburg Lane in White Horses, St. Thomas, once again, here's Fabia Phillips.
It was a tragedy that no one expected. 15-year-old Samantha Prince thought she had survived the worst of Hurricane Dean on Sunday, but not so. A block from someone else's roof crashed through her roof and ceiling, hitting her on the crown of her head. Relatives relive the last moments of her life.
And I hear a bash like a glass break. So I said, what is that?
When I went inside, rushed inside, I realized there was a hole in the roof and she was laying on the ground. I started to shake her till I get up because it's wetting up the place. She wouldn't move. When I moved her, I realized her body was heavy.
The mother called for help and someone who heard rushed to her assistance.
And he came up and he rushed her out of the house and said he was taking her to the hospital. He tried and he got to the seaside. The sea was already in the road. He told me he tried. He told me he did his best. But she couldn't make it.
Gone but not forgotten.
We miss some. I don't know. I don't know my daughter can make this, but I try for hold her up still because she's a sweet girl. We can remember her. Sweet, manageable, and everything. You know, wherever time you don't see her, she ever like to greet her with a hug or something like that.
Samantha attended the Happy Grove High School. Her body was later laid in a church under the watchful eyes of police officers. It was removed several hours later. Fabia Phillips, CVM News.
The tropics have come to life. A storm is threatening. The clock is ticking. It's time to take action. We're just 48 hours out. A hurricane watch is imminent or has just been issued. Get your car filled with gas and make sure you have plenty of cash. And now's the time to check your evacuation kit. Make sure you have a few days of food and water and grab any last-minute items. And check your insurance papers and other important documents and make sure they're up to date and saved electronically. Also, protect the documents that you are taking with you by putting them in a waterproof envelope. And don't forget to keep tabs on the forecast.
New models are just coming in, so be ready to adjust to any changes in the storm track or intensity. And remember that tropical storm...
The storm is growing stronger and getting closer. We're only 24 hours out. A hurricane warning is up. So finish securing windows and openings with shutters or plywood. Remove all loose items on your property and follow advice of local officials and evacuate if told to do so. Now, the outer bands of the storm are just coming ashore, and it's time to be at your safe location. Family members and friends, they need to know where you are, so share your plans. And remember, all your electronics need to be fully charged because with a storm like this, let me tell you, the power, it could be out for days. And the weather's going downhill fast. Landfall is upon us. Trees are starting to come down. Now is the time to shelter in place and ride out the storm.
50 minutes past the hour, time now for a tropical update. And Jamaica Prepare for a major hurricane going to make landfall sometime on Tuesday, and that name would be Melissa. Right now, a tropical storm, but it's a few miles per hour from becoming a hurricane. The pressure has dropped, and the National Hurricane Center kept the sustained winds the same at tropical storm force. But yeah, 75 becomes a hurricane. Most likely we'll have that sometime today, and is forecast to rapidly intensify. The forecast is for a Category 4 hurricane approaching Jamaica on Tuesday and making landfall on Tuesday. That's why you have hurricane warnings up. Yeah, Tuesday is more than 36 hours away. Again, hurricane warning means hurricane conditions within 36 hours. But this system is moving slowly and will stay moving slowly until it starts to make landfall and beyond. It starts speeding up after landfall, perhaps after it emerges out towards the Caribbean, and then potentially a second landfall into Cuba. But here's our forecast cone, and right there, Tuesday, right now is a category, maybe strong 3, week 4. But look at that. Even by Monday morning, the forecast is for 155 mile per hour Category 4 hurricane. When you can forecast that, you can also forecast the error could be in that Cat 5 range. We hope it's Cat 2 or even lower, but the ingredients are all there for and that was the storm on record, Cat 3. So Cat 3 Gilbert, this could be Cat 4 Melissa. Again, Cat 3, Gilbert came through and caused tremendous loss of life and also lots of damage as well. 45 people were killed, nearly $1 billion in damages, 100,000 homes and businesses were damaged. And here's the thing, it took a blow to the tourism industry, and that was just in '88. That's grown substantially now in 2025. Heavy rain is a huge concern, especially when you have mountains over 7,000 feet tall in Jamaica, over 6,000 feet tall in the eastern half of Cuba, and we got between 7,000 to 10,000 foot mountains here across Hispaniola from Haiti into the DR. That's going to bring even more rain, which means more flooding. But Jamaica itself, as a Cat 4 hurricane approaches, not only the heavy rain, you have the winds now and a storm surge specifically for Jamaica. We have the worst that the tropics can bring on the way to Jamaica as we head into next week. But of course, Lynette, all eyes are like, okay, will this system approach and impact the U.S.? Well, unfortunately for the Caribbean, no, it's not, which is good for us, but it still means it's going to stay in the Caribbean and have the major impacts there.
Exactly. So we're watching that. But again, the U.S., we've been pretty, I want to say, lucky this year because we've been seeing things staying away from us, all courtesy of these troughs and these cold fronts that continue to come off the U.S. But again, unlucky for the Caribbean in terms of Melissa.